weird. I'm just
Do
saying.
you think these guys get loaded boxes?
Yes.
Fanatics?
Yes. Absolutely. I think that going back a few months ago, Panini's obviously been doing this for a while. I did not think that Topps was involved in this until like maybe the last 60 to 90 days. I start seeing stuff with Topps pop up with like one-of-one serials where there's 2 cards and sending loaded boxes to people. I know for sure that people are getting loaded boxes because it all goes back to me saying this. Like, you're not going to send the one-of-one really high-end card out to the normal market to Joe Schmo who doesn't have social media because there's no gain to keep the momentum going. If somebody that, like me, say I don't have social media and I pull the card, I don't have it, I don't post
You're not going to post it up or anything.
You don't even know who's got it, right? It should actually be better in that sense because people will continue to chase it.
Hey everyone, hope everything's going well. You guys and gals know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so a couple of things. Number one, Fanatics. Fanatics is going to be signing the big players, as we know. And I've seen on social media where you have, I think it's Blez's brother, older brother, he was wearing a Fanatic shirt. So I'm under the assumption that Fanatics is probably going to be doing a deal with them, if not already. And also, I've noticed that there are LCSs, from what I've been told, that have already made arrangements that, hey, look, Fanatics is going to be sending product to them. Okay? Not all the LCSs have, signed deals with Fanatics, right? And then what we've seen yesterday, and this is going to be on Tuesday morning, is that Fanatics has already come out with these cards, or they're going to come out with these cards for kids, and they're going to have some influencers on there. Like I mentioned, Mama Breaks, there's Jeff Wilson, and there are a few others as well. And they're going in that route. And I think they're going to follow the same pathway of PSA. And they're going to buy off influencers. And they're going to find the influencers that hide behind the positivity, right? The false notion of positivity, right? This is nothing more than a sales pitch, right? And I'm going to go over a few examples from PSA, or excuse me, card porn, which I believe is tied to PSA, right? And I believe there are various individuals within that network contributing to that account. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're pissed off at me because they've made stories about me indirectly. But here's the bias, in my opinion, the PSA bias, and I'm going to tie it into Fanatics. And then they said that we want some feedback about some Instagram's post. Do crossovers still produce positive results? Back when PSA would assess crossover attempts without bias. Okay, once again, without bias. I crossed both Pop 1 Red 5, Orange 25 Refractor, PSA 10 out of 10, Otani rookie cards from BGS 9.5 out of 10 at the same time, right? So they're making it sound like, hey, look, attempts without bias, okay? And they're also saying that, hey, look, we've turned BGS cards to PSA 10. So what is this telling people with this post? Oh, cross over your cards and spend that money. But I remember there have been times, a lot of people are saying that, hey, look, it's hard to cross over a 9.5 to a 10. Yeah, it happens from time to time, but not all the time. So that's just one thing. And here's another screenshot that I was sent. And Cardboard quoted, the best recipe to organically and sustainably grow the hobby is for current hobby participants to speak highly of it. and it's Chris Hoge, right? This is the same guy, that PSA, or this is the same guy, part of the umbrella of Collectors Holding, right? This guy, remember, went on Dakota's live stream and he got eaten up alive because he bashed other people that weren't part of the good old boy network and that weren't positive enough. This is, in my opinion, how the hobby operates. It's all about positivity. It's all about marketing. Look the other way when Hanky Panky goes on, right? And it was Ziggy and me that weren't having it, and we just went off on this. And it says, by and large, the hobby is full of great, enthusiastic, helpful people. So today we thought we'd start a comment shout out train in the comment section, okay? And then they're talking about, okay, shout out your favorite influencers, and then maybe Michael Rubin and Fanatics is watching and reading, okay? So, once again, card porn account, in my opinion, is tied to the Collectors Holdings network, right? It's all about positivity. Jeff Wilson, it's, if you've seen the comment section, it's all about positivity, right? And this is what Fanatics is going to want. They want people that, won't expose the hanky-panky, that want the positivity. Okay, I get it. They're a brand and they could choose who they want to hire. But at the end of the day, you have one company, PSA, people call that a monopoly. They've bought up so many content creators. Fanatics, in my opinion, is going to buy off a bunch of content creators. And then what's going to happen to, all of the news out there? People are going to be quiet because it's going to take off the companies that pay the influencers, right? So a lot of these big channels, in my opinion, will say nothing. And on top of it, it's important for some of the mid-size channels that don't get bought out to call it out. And I appreciate the work that Dan the Cardman does, Sports Card Radio does, Ziggy, Hobby Shark, LT, right? And many others that do that. And ultimately, what I see happening is, I played earlier in the video about these individuals that are probably getting loaded boxes, right? I think we're going to see more of that, right? I believe that Mama Breaks was getting loaded boxes, okay? And in order to, set the tone in a positive light, they're going to share, oh, they picked out these cards 1 out of 1, right? When there's a low probability of pulling that out, right? And then it's going to be caught on camera, right? Coincidentally, right? All this is going to go on. Everyone's going to be quiet, but there are a couple of channels that don't believe the BS and they're going to speak out. And that's the time to do that, right? So just wanted to leave my thoughts below. Fanatics is buying up some of these LCSs or doing business with them. And then what's probably going to happen, in my opinion, once we go through this great reset, sometime 2024, 2025, the economy in a downturn, Fanatics is going to be like, oh man, we don't want to cut off all the LCSs out there. But unfortunately, because of the economy, we have no choice. So I think there's going to be a trial run of all these other LCSs getting product, all these breakers. We'll see which one gets the most engagement, which ones are the most positive, and which one will make them the most money. And then they're going to cut those other people off, in my opinion. And then they're going to get the influencers, who are all about the positivity. And that's going to try to that's going to try to reduce the amount of negativity that will be lashed out against Fanatics, in my opinion. But I'm not sure if that's going to work. So just want to give my own 2 cents. Anyways, guys and gals, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Thank you. Bye.